This chapter shifts quickly through several reigns, contrasting short lived, corrupt dynasties in Israel with Judah's mixed record of kings who sometimes followed the Lord. The first part of this chapter covers Abijah, king of Judah. Abijah, which is Rehoboam's son, reigns 3 years in Jerusalem. His mother is Maacah, granddaughter of Absalom. He commits sin like his father Rehoboam. His heart is not fully devoted to the Lord. Yet, for David's sake, God preserves a lamp in Jerusalem. Abijah and Jeroboam are at war. He dies and his son Asa becomes king. So Judah's survival is not because of its king's righteousness, but because of God's covenant with David, right? The second part of this chapter covers Asa, king of Judah. Asa reigns 41 years in Jerusalem, one of Judah's best king, okay? He does what is right in the Lord's eyes. Expels male shrine prostitutes, removes idols his ancestors made, even removes his grandmother Maacah from her position as queen mother for making an obscene Asherah pole. However, he does not remove the high places entirely. His heart is fully committed to the Lord all his life. He places silver, gold, and temple articles back into the house of the Lord. So, war with Israel. Baasha, king of Israel, fortifies Ramah to block access to Jerusalem. Asa takes silver and gold from the temple and palace, sends to Ben-Hadad, king of Aram, and Damascus, forming an alliance, right? So Ben-Hadad attacks Israelite cities, forcing Baasha to withdraw. Asa fortifies Geba and Mizpah with Ramah's stones. Asa dies, succeeded by his son Jehoshaphat. Jehoshaphat, yeah. Asa showed zeal for God, but also relied on foreign alliances instead of fully trusting the Lord. A mixed record of faith and pragmatism, right? So the third part of the chapter covers Nadab, king of Israel. Nadab, give me a second. Nadab, Jeroboam's son, reigns 2 years over Israel. He continues his father's sins, which is idolatry, right? Baasha, from the tribe of Issachar, conspires against him, kills him at Gibeton, and takes the throne. Jeroboam's dynasty ends quickly, fulfilling God's word. The fourth part of this chapter covers Baasha's reign and judgment. As soon as Baasha becomes king, he kills all of Jeroboam's family, not leaving anyone alive, just as Ahijah the prophet had foretold. But Baasha himself walks in Jeroboam's sins. God sends word through the prophet Jehu. Since Baasha followed Jeroboam's sins, his own house will face the same fate. Baasha reigns 24 years in Tirzah, but he does evil in God's eyes. A new dynasty starts with promise, but repeats the same corruption, showing the cycle of sin in Israel. What are the key lessons from the chapter from the First King, chapter 15? First lesson is God's covenant sustains Judah. Even when kings sin, God preserves David's line for his promised sake. Second lesson, zeal for God requires tough choices. Asa removed idols and even disciplined his grandmother for idolatry. True devotion has no partiality. Third lesson, trust in alliances can replace trust in God. Asa relied on Aaron instead of the Lord, showing how even good kings have weaknesses. Final lesson, sin repeats when unrepented. Israel's kings continue Jeroboam's idolatry, right? Showing how deeply rebellion had taken root. Yeah. Abijah rules briefly, but Asa follows with a long reign of reforms in Judah, showing devotion to God despite some compromises. In Israel, Nadab continues Jeroboam's sins until Baasha kills him and wipes out Jeroboam's house, only to fail into the same idolatry himself, okay? Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to this video if you enjoyed this one, and I see you in the next one.